There's a lot of people out there. Hello, everyone. So we're live. We're having technical difficulty. It is my fault. I had a power surge yesterday, and I thought everything was okay, and apparently not. So I plugged in, and it drained the battery out of my computer. So I'm going to die any minute. But all these lovely people should still be here. Hi, we're here for our Hearty party.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Kathy, you know Kathy, co-host. And we have Lynn. She is one of the admins to the Chris McNally fan page. And we have Tia. Tia is an admin with me to the Rosemary and Lee fan page. And then we have our special guest, Mindy, the flip-flop chef. And she has a special drink for us. All right, Mindy, get us started with your McNally Mojito.
Thank you so much for the invitation, Roxanne. It really means a lot to me that you reached out and asked me to be a part of this today. So for everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Mindy Banks. I'm the flip-flop chef. I live in Sarasota, Florida. I'm a Georgia girl. We've lived here for 2 years now, and we absolutely love it. I'm also with the Pampered Chef, and I've been with him for 23 years and absolutely love what I do. And so I want to show you how to make this amazing mojito, and some of you watching received some of these packets from me in the mail. Hopefully you guys, everybody that I mailed one got one. I think I mailed 9 or 10 of them. And we have a fun cucumber mojito drink, and we also have a cherry lemonade. And I think I have time to show you how to make that one too, because it just takes about 1 minute. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use Pampered Chef products today while I'm showing you how to make this mojito. And I'm really excited to share this with you guys tonight. So we're gonna start off with a lime and some mint and our cucumber mojito mix. So we're gonna take a lime here, and I'm going to.
I can't get in.
Are we still here?
We're here.
Yes. We're here.
Okay. I didn't know if somebody was talking to me. So, all right, we're gonna take some limes. I'm gonna take a couple slices so we can use this as a garnish, and then I'm gonna cut the others into some wedges, and we're gonna put those in the bottom of our shaker cup. So we're gonna put these with the rind side down. So we're gonna put those in there. I'm gonna add some fresh mint leaves, and I have this inside of one of Pampered Chef's really cool products. This is actually our herb keeper. It actually comes with a larger piece. So I have cilantro in here. You guys, I've had this cilantro in my fridge for 3 weeks. Some of the pieces are kind of dead, but there's still a good bit there that I can still use. It's like a base for your herbs. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put some of these mint leaves in here. I'm gonna add my little cucumber mojito packet from Pampered Chef. And just know that I'm spicing this up a little bit. If you wanted to follow the instructions just like Pampered Chef tells you to, you're just gonna stir this in with either still water, sparkling water, or you can even add in a shot of rum or vodka if you like. We're gonna pour that in, and I'm gonna take our muddler. If you don't know what a muddler is, this is actually, it's kind of like a acacia wood tool that you're going to pound and mix all of this together. So this is where you get to like take out your frustrations before you enjoy your cocktail. So you're just gonna crush. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some water first, and I've just got a bottle of water here. We're gonna add our water. I'm gonna add about 6 ounces of water, and I'm gonna add a shot of white rum. If you wanna make this a mocktail, just leave that out. Put that in, I'm gonna add some ice. And I keep my ice in one of Pampered Chef's insulated bowls. I love these, they have a lid, and it will keep food hot for 2 hours. And we'll keep ice from melting for probably 30 minutes to an hour. We're gonna take the other short cup to our shaker set, put it on the top, but you wanna make sure when you're doing this that you put it at an angle, because if you put this straight down on the top, it's going to suction together, and you're not gonna be able to get those 2 cups apart. You also wanna make sure that your hands are dry before you start shaking. Put your hand on the bottom of the cup on the bottom so that this doesn't fly across the room, so that you wanna have really good control. And you're just gonna shake. When your hands feel really cold, your drink is ready. And then you have to have a fun cup. And of course, I'm the flip-flop chef, so my cup has flip-flops on it. So whatever your favorite thing is, go with that. If you were not gonna keep the ice, you could put this little strainer on the top, and you can just strain it out of the cup. But I wanna keep all the ice, all the lime, all the mint, and everything. So we're gonna just pour this in our glass. our crinkle cutter here, and I'm going to cut a fun slice of cucumber. Whoops. There we go. Didn't want to go through that skin. So it's not like a knife blade, so it's not going to cut your skin, but it's strong enough to cut through fruits and vegetables. So we're going to put a couple little cucumber slices in there. You want to have a fun straw, and be sure you add an umbrella. And this is how you can make a quick and easy mojito using Pampered Chef's cucumber mojito mix. And do I have like 2 more minutes where I can show you guys another fun drink that's way less complicated? Okay,
Yes.
yes. Okay.
Go for it.
All right, so for this one, we're gonna take our cherry lemonade. And you guys, these just launched 5 days ago. So these are brand new products. So if you're like, I've never heard of this from Pampered Chef, these launched on June 1st. So we're gonna take our cherry lemonade. I'm gonna pour it into this cup. And I'm actually gonna do this differently. I changed my mind. We tested this earlier, my twins and I, and we liked it better with Sprite instead of water. So I don't need to put it in there. We're gonna just pour the Sprite right over the top. And then we're gonna use our swivel spoon. You guys know what a swivel spoon is? It's where you can actually like put it in between your hands and do this to mix your drink. So we're gonna swivel, or if you wanna stir, it's totally up to you. Swivel and swivel like this, or stir like this. You just wanna stir it long enough to get the powder to dissolve. And then we're gonna add some ice. And then we can also add some mint leaves to garnish this one. So we're gonna put that in there. I'm gonna pour a little bit more Sprite. Add our mint, fun straw, umbrella, and now you can choose cherry lemonade mocktail or cucumber mojito with the white rum. And if you wanna make it a mocktail, leave the rum out. So super quick, super easy, cherry lemonade, cucumber mojito, and you get 8 of these drink packets per package that you get when you purchase these from me. And just really quickly, if you guys are on Facebook, I would love for you to join my recipe community. I give away a prize every single Friday, and it's called Flip Flop Friday. You can find all of my links by going to theflipflopchef.com. I appreciate you guys inviting me to be a part of this podcast today. This is actually my first podcast. I've done hundreds of live videos, but I've never been on a podcast or a YouTube live with other people. So thank you for having me today.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank
Do
you.
you guys have any questions for me?
Mindy, what did you call the utensil that you used to cut the cucumber?
This is called a crinkle cutter. And so it has a crinkled edge, so you can make like crinkle fries, or you could slice cucumbers or squash, pineapple, anything you want. Bananas. Anybody else?
No.
Well,
I'm looking. I don't
appreciate
see any.
you taking time to include me tonight, and I hope you guys have such a fun party tonight together. And I hope you don't have any more issues, Roxanne. Your hand
Everyone is
I'm
saying
at
thank you.
0%. I'm gonna die any minute.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mindy.
guys.
Mindy.
And I will probably log off, and you guys can continue. But if you guys need me, you just reach out.
Thank
Mindy,
you.
a lot of our guests are saying thank you, so they appreciated it.
Good. I can't see the comments or anything right now, so I'm gonna log in as a guest so I can see what y'all are doing that way. And I look forward to sharing more with you guys at another time.
Excellent.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Thank you.
So I'm at.
Oh,
I'm here. Hello.
oh, there she is.
Look at you. You're so ready.
You guys see me?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
we could see you. So I'm at 0%, but then I threw myself in, so we're still all there. How are you, everyone? Do you have your? I need a cocktail, and I don't even drink.
I'll sing for you.
Oh gosh, so it's so. I want to try to like move around and put this on the side. Oh, that's gonna work. And go sit over there in case the phone dies. Okay. Who? Anybody already make the drink ahead of time?
I cheated. I got just Smirnoffs and That's it.
Oh
I had
gosh.
it all ready to go to put the rum in.
Oh gosh. That's okay. All right. So that's our McNally mocktail, and it has cucumber in it. It's pretty cool. I made it like cocktail, not mocktail, mojito. What is it? McNally mojito. I made it just like no alcohol whatsoever. All right. So let's see. We had 2 more people sneak in. We had Chris and Christina, and they are admins to the Chris McNally fan page. So hello, thank you for popping in. How are you?
I got my McNally shirt on.
Oh, what's your shirt say?
It says
Chris freaking.
Oh, I saw that before. That's cute. I love it. I love it. All right.
I have a fancy top on. Looks like what a nightgown back then would be.
Oh, I have my robe on. So, I mean, this is like our second Sunday without When Calls the Heart. Like, I can't.
Without an original.
Looked at the clock. It was 8 o'clock. I go, oh my gosh.
I know.
Now look at that clock. That's been the same forever. It died. Well, it didn't die. The battery went. I never replaced it. It doesn't matter to me. I have 42 clocks. It's more for the show, I guess.
It's still
So,
correct twice a day.
What happened?
It's still correct twice a day.
Okay, you're right. It's true. So,
Good point, Gabby.
before we get started on what all of our faves are, let's see. It says I'm in the show. I don't even see what are the comments. I wanted to look at the comments.
I
Chat.
can't see the comments.
Yeah, you have to hit it, and then you can see it. I see them all. You actually have to hit. Let me help. For those of you out there, thank you for being patient with us. What you have to do is there's a box that says chat for those that you are here. And if you tap the chat, then in the chat, it says private chat and comments, but you click comments and then you can see everybody's comments and you could go up and down and see them all.
I'm afraid to do anything. Last time I did that, I got booted out.
Oh, yeah. And
I got him.
I don't think I would be able to let you back in because I'm not there. Well, it kind of says I'm here. I'm over here. All right. So I thought it would be fun. We start talking about all the things we love, but we do have to address the baby in the room because I'm not going to say elephant. So we do have to say congratulations to Chris and Julie.
Yeah.
Really.
Congratulations.
Milestone.
Babies are good.
I know they've already had a baby, and that short amount of time that Julie posted something on her IG account and her Twitter account are linked, so it's the exact same post that pops up. There has been so much misinformation out there. It's ridiculous. Like, oh, it's a girl because they put a girl heart. Chris posted nothing. Chris didn't say a word. He didn't even comment anything. But Julie's been liking everybody's posts and communicating that way. So she must be like so thrilled. Go ahead, Chrissy, what you're going to say?
Oh, I just was noticing that, he hasn't posted anything yet, but she did. So, and she tagged him in it. So, I mean.
Yes.
He liked her post. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Pardon me?
He did like her post. He on Instagram at least. Oh, I think so. I think it on. Yeah, he might have done it on Twitter too. I'm not sure.
All right.
Yeah, he
Good
did
for
on
you,
Instagram.
Daddy. All right. But we don't know. Like people like, well, the hand looks too big and it looks like that. You know what? They had a baby. How exciting. That's all that we should be thinking about, right? They had a baby.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about what our favorites are. What were your favorites? And Kathy, you could take over too. I always take over, but Kathy, help out. I'm so flustered. I can't even take it.
It's all working fine. Take a deep breath.
I really can't boil it down to one.
All
I'm
right.
just going to say collectively, it was any scene where they really shared their hearts with each other. I'm thinking about after the motorcycle / horse race, when he finally made it back to town and they talked about if we were married. All the moments with little Buddy where he and Jack just continued bonding.
Mm-hmm.
Every single scene where it was just the two of them or the three of them, and he was sharing his heart, or he was including little Jack in some special moment that he was creating for Elizabeth. I just adore it when they are just, real with each other and talking about the obvious without, how do you say I want to spend the rest of my life with you without saying, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, which he didn't say until the actual proposal, but I thought they were just outstanding.
I did too. One of my favorite scenes or favorite in general was absolutely Henry's storyline. And I cannot get over the very first episode where he almost made it into church. But then in the last episode, he asks to pray and he actually gets down on his knees. I'm like, I can't even talk about it now. It was like,
I know.
And he said, is this okay? That's what got me when he said, is this okay? Oh my gosh.
I know.
I totally agree with you, Roxanne. That's my number one. It's just this whole storyline. And by the time you get to the last episode, I think I cried every time he was on the screen. And when when Joseph walked in and he said, I don't know how to pray, I was already crying. And then when he fell on his knees, I just hardcore sobs went through my box of Kleenex. And then he was amazing the entire season, Martin was.
I predicted that the season would end with Henry walking into the church and finally achieving redemption. And that's what happened. Except the church came to him.
Right.
Yeah.
I loved his humility, Henry's humility. And when the people were clapping and saying, complimentary things, you could tell he was uncomfortable with it, but yet almost that he was surprised because he's always been the bad guy, kind of of the town. Right. But when it all started for me is when Flo went to go see him. And when she whispered in his ear, I have never seen an actor that could literally, you could see the weight of scales coming off of him.
Yeah.
Just all the pressure, the guilt, every self-hatred cell was just flowing off of him. And when she kissed him, it was so tender. And I think that's what kind of broke him down because his eyes just filled up with tears. Yeah. And then the praying just slayed me. It was just unbelievable.
Martin Cummins is an amazing, amazing actor. And we've had other actors that have been on that have said things even this season. And one of the writers has said something that stayed with me. But one of the things I love the most is that he is a person, he didn't give an interview to anybody. He didn't even go on the heart to heart, and they have that in because John Tinker gives a call and says, I want you on. He didn't even do that. So he's when he's done, and then he's off with his family. It wasn't like he was working hard and wasn't doing anything. He was all over, his Instagram account showing him and doing family things. So he's a really cool, fun guy. I would just love for him to at least one time come on, even for 10 minutes, so we could tell him how much we love him and his acting and what the gift that he's given us, because I'm sure a lot of us could relate to what he got down on his knees and how he felt. That touched us because we've been there, Love it. Love him. How about you, Chrissy? Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Anybody could jump in. It doesn't matter.
I was going to say, I just liked what happened in the end with Lee and Rosemary. They have been trying. The storyline has been there for how many years, and they finally are going to carry it out. So, and I did hear or read that John Tinker, I guess it is, said that when the season starts up, season 10, here I'm saying season 10, that that he is, or they're going to be in their third trimester, or she is.
I saw that, read that.
So, and if he said a time jump, to me, that's not much of a time jump, because with her feeling the fluttering and stuff, it's quite. I was going to look it up, and I can't remember the amount of weeks.
The earliest is 13 weeks.
Yeah, so that's 3 months. Yeah. So, that would be the first trimester. So they're only skipping the second trimester, and that's 3 months. Right. So I don't feel that that's as much very big time jump, for the whole show. But, the favorite of mine was with Lee and Rosemary with the baby. So
and he runs around through the streets. But wait, how about when he's sleeping?
I know. That was so sweet. I was crying.
It was so cute.
She pinches his nose when he's sleeping and he can't breathe and he jumps up and he looks around.
Rosemary is so cute.
You can hold it very long though for him to not be able to breathe.
Thank God. You know what? What's so adorable is those two in real life are very close and very good friends.
Yeah.
And so it carries over on the screen. But I remember where the actress Pascal, because she's got her corset on, she can't bend over to tie her shoes. And the one pair of shoes that she wears often, they're like a little booty around the ankle, and the laces just keep coming untied. And he ties them, Kevin ties them for her all day long. They even did a little clip of that. Did anybody see that?
That's so sweet. No.
I saw that. I love that. And I was like, I think I shared it to you on our page. But they're cute. They're so cute. They're a little bit like their real characters, even to the point where something happened and Lee's like, not Lee, Kevin's like, oh, okay, Pascal is going to run that, like, oh, okay, whatever she says, like, it's funny. It's funny. I love it. Christy, what's something that you really enjoyed this season?
Well, I too really enjoyed the fact that Rosemary and Lee got pregnant and
wait, just realized, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm rude. I know I'm rude. I just realized your hair's a pigtail.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I saw yours, Lynn. That's so cute.
I saw her at all.
I'm sorry. It's perfect. Go
yes,
ahead.
I should have done pigtails too.
Christy and I are tissy.
Yeah. With twinsies. I really like the fact that Rosemary and Lee got pregnant finally. We've been all waiting for that.
Yes.
That was probably a real tearjerker for me. And then the Bill scene with in the jail and with Henry. All that. It just seemed like everything towards like the last half hour was just tissues in hand. It was like everything was just like Chris McNally said, it was going to be bam, bam, bam. And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Everything was just like came at once. And just, I don't know, there was just so many things in that last episode that just got to me. I called Chris right away and I was like, oh my God.
Chris just got okay, ladies, let's get out your ponytail holder.
I know, I'm watching Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Funny.
Oh, good.
Oh
my gosh.
As my grandson would tell me not to do this. My grandson, I'm not allowed to wear my hair in a ponytail. He tells me, Oma, don't do that. Like, why?
He doesn't like it. Before we go any further with our stuff, and we should take some, looks like we've got something like 34 messages in the chat. This is Mindy's Pampered Chef. Mindy has a channel on, she's amazing, isn't she? She has a channel on YouTube. It's called the Flip Flop Chef. She makes these amazing recipes, and everything somehow, some way, tool or something is related to Pampered Chef. But even if it wasn't, her recipes are really great. That I just discovered her a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, oh, maybe she'll come on like she did and make us a cocktail, which she did, she's lovely. She'll have to come back when I don't have technical difficulties. But she also sent out, I think, samples to people. I will put her link up for everyone. And then coming on is supposed to be Jennifer, who's going to talk to us about Fiona Facials. But there's no way for me to let her in, Kathy. I'm thinking about that right now. I
Wow.
can't, I'm not in the studio. I'm a guest in my own studio. So
Oh,
if you could, can you text her to let her
I'm
know
doing
what's
it now.
happening? I appreciate that. And tell her I will make it up to her. We will do something again and she will definitely be in. So I wanted to talk, I'll talk a little bit about it and then I will actually make I'll do a separate live with it. We saw several times Fiona's little her shop being used, for like girls' night, like just for remember what I think it was Faith and May and Allie had a girls' night one time. And then of course there was the one that was going to be between Rosemary and Elizabeth. We didn't really get to see that. And then we saw when all the girls came in and like Flo was doing her ballet and then they all had like a girls' night. So I thought it'd be cool to talk about some of the things that the girls did or women did back then because it was kind of like scary and they didn't know what they were doing to themselves when they were giving their facials. And but I'm gonna save that because I could do that for a whole separate thing. And then Jennifer could come on. She has really great things. One of the cool things that she has is like a beard oil for the men.
oh,
So I know. And
Good.
hubbies have beards and some of our guys that are on here have beards. I think it would be great. We should actually send some of it to Chris. I just
yeah.
thought of that.
I was just gonna suggest that.
Yes. And it would be cute. We can attach a little note and say, now that he's I don't know if he wants us to do that, but I was like, now that he's a dad, he can't forget about himself, So here's a little treat for you. We should send it. That would be cute. So Kathy has her connection. Did you make sure? I feel so bad.
Yeah, she says she's backstage, so I'm just gonna have to tell her.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I was all excited because I was like, oh my God, I had a power surge. Everything's going to be great. It's not. Okay. I have the lights back on, but that's all that's working.
Do you have a link you can send me or tell me where to find it where I can send it to her so she can at least join as a guest? So she can.
Yes, you have the link. She has the link too. You mean on Facebook? Like those links I'll post on there. On my YouTube channel, it's there. If she goes to my YouTube channel, she can click in that way.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she could be a guest in the chat. All right. So I'm going to look at the chat. What's it say? You all could do that too. We've got tons of things here. Roxanne, just thinking you need to get a full house generator. Janice.
Those are expensive.
No, actually, we live in the woods. Believe it or not, everybody in my family, all of their electricity goes out. I'm the only one that never goes out. The smallest house never goes out. They all pile in here. It was shorted out, TMI, because I had my whole house power washed, the decks, the porches. And when they power washed, I have electrical outlets on my house on the outside, and they blew it out that way, and it had to dry out. So something went down, whatever. Too much information. I apologize. Gigi says, oh, thank you, Janice, for agreeing. I thought my comment wasn't going to be popular. I don't know what that is, but you're all having your own little conversations, which is fabulous. I finally made it to the pajama party. Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Annie. You're here. I didn't make it. I had to come in the back door here. What else? You all can see the comments too.
Oh yeah, Martha thinks I look like Pippi.
Oh, Pippi Longstocking. Oh gosh, we're reading her right now with one of my groups. I have two monitors, Martha. Martha, I'm here. Don't make fun of me. I'm hanging by a thread, Martha. Okay. I'm happy for Lee and Rosemary's pregnancy, but I would have preferred adoption and then a baby right after, regardless. Okay. I understand why some people feel that way. Because I think that storyline appealed to a lot of families, that could not actually get pregnant and have adopted. I get that. Was listening to my in my car home now. Okay, Lillian. Does she just throw him one shoe? I missed. What does that mean?
The slippers that they were folded into each other, probably.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Somebody's getting an Emmy award. Who needs to get an Emmy?
Martin.
Martin.
It was about Martin.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he? You know what? That is so true. Is there any way the fans could say something? I wonder if we fans could say something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you hear that
no
clicking?
idea.
Yeah, I hear the clicking. What is
someone,
that?
Is someone might be typing. I think Kathy's typing. That's what it is.
No, it's not me.
Oh, okay.
Not
Whoever
me
it is.
either.
Not
That's
me.
fine.
I'm just sitting here. I'm afraid to do anything. I might lose everybody.
I know, me too. Me too.
If you leave, I can't get you back in. Okay.
That's
so
why I'm not touching anything.
let's do never have I ever. Let's play that for a few minutes. And
Okay.
then we're going to talk about, and everybody, you can play too. Put answer and play with us because we're going to randomly pick someone and I'm going to send to you. And I know there are 2 people who are still waiting for me to send their gift to them or their prize. And it's only because I haven't been able to get to the post office before it closes. Okay.
Roxanne,
Yes.
before you do never can I ever, never have I ever. I've never done any of it. Can I mention 2 other favorite parts?
Oh, yeah, we're going to get back to that. Yes. Yes.
One is the journey that Lucas took this season, where he, every other season he's been kind of self-assured, self-confident, being Lucas. And this season, he really had to go within and kind of reckon with, I'm not infallible. And I love the way he did that. And I also really like the way they developed Lucas and Gustav into kind of a sibling relationship where they teased each other, but you could tell they also really cared for each other. That was it.
Okay. I agree.
Yes.
Go ahead, Lynn.
No, I agree with you, Kathy. I kind of was like thinking about favorite scenes and really kind of came to a favorite episode, and that was episode 10, because there was so much happening and really like pulling all of the storylines together for the end. And I felt like because of that, almost like the whole plot with Lucas kind of got a little bit overshadowed. But
Yeah.
he has so many ranges of emotions that he went through in the entire episode. It was incredible. And I just really liked how they did all that. You had Elizabeth, who was 100% supporting him, and I thought it was cute when the charges were cleared that she was like, I would still come visit you every day and twice on Sunday. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I just love that. And he had kind of, I wouldn't say really resentment, but he kind of had hard feelings towards Nathan because he didn't believe in him. And you hear him talk, Lucas kind of just talking about, that people would believe that he would do these things, and it just how much you kind of saw that. You saw more in the past seasons of the hurt that he's had from his past purpose, but not so much about like how and where he is today and Hope Valley and just how that really impacted him. And it just really, I loved, I actually really liked the conversation that Nathan and Lucas had, like outside of the ice cream parlor and really late at night. Because, I know while there's, some disagreements and different feelings about it, I felt that, if I had a police officer / lawman, whatever, in my town, I would want them to be concerned. I can imagine that there's a lot of, just detectives and police officers who probably feel that conflict of, that someone's guilty and you're letting them go for a different purpose.
Yeah, I'm sure that's got to be tough.
And I appreciated that he took the time to tell Lucas that, and saying that it wasn't about them, it wasn't about their relationship, it was about him being a Mountie and his belief in that black and white and right and wrong. And I really liked that scene. And then, how can you forget the very last scene when Lucas's office? That was just so sweet. Anytime, ask my Hearty friends, who know me really well. Anytime Lucas and Jack are together, I'm just having I love Jack so much. I love Highland. He's such a cute kid. But, just such a sweetness from the 3 of them being happy and joyous. And, little Jack's looking at all Lucas's, things and wanting to play with them. And then that phone call and, it was just such a range of emotions for everybody involved. And Florence crying on the phone and, Bill confirming what was going on with, I was ready to say Henry agreeing to take to manage the mines, and it's just watching Lucas's emotions, but it was good. I like looking through those scenes or episodes where just everybody's just like completely stands out. And I thought that Chris did an amazing job in that episode.
I agree.
Roxanne, Jennifer came in. She's here as a guest. I just told her we're having technical difficulties, but I didn't go any further than that.
That's okay. I'm glad she's in. Lynn, those two are really good on screen together. I hope we see more of them. I like their conversations. And you know what? I know people were mad. Some people were like, oh, why wouldn't Nathan believe? I'm so angry by that. It's not that Nathan didn't believe. He did and he didn't. He just has a job to do. I hope. Well, this is a wish, but I won't even get it. I'll wait for the wish. Let me say this about Nathan's character. This year, one of the things that was my favorite was the conversation between him and Allie on the swing. Joseph's swing. We know it as. I love them together. And and her asking if it's okay for him to call him dad. She didn't. She kind of said it, and then he lit up and he loved it. And I like that about the two of them. And I feel like to me, the best chemistry that Nathan has with any other character is Allie when he's on the screen. Like, they're my favorite scenes, those two together. So that was another favorite that I had. I wish I'd seen more of it, but I'm not going to, it's only about what we love. We're not going to get into anything else. Tia, go ahead.
I wanted to say that one character that I was really surprised, it was almost like underlying through the whole season, but there was growth, was with the storyline of Cooper.
Yes.
He really went through a lot for a kid. He matured, and I love the way it was raw. It wasn't like, okay, I'm the pastor's kid, I have to believe. It was just, I'm having trouble with this. This is why. This doesn't make sense to me. How can God do me and not my sister? And just when he ran to Elizabeth, to me, it was so powerful to watch because I'm a retired teacher. And my students used to always say, I would rather go through any type of punishment than to hear Miss Gonzalez tell me she's disappointed in me. And that's what, when I saw that, I started crying, because that was like,
me too.
She's everything to him. That's when a teacher makes a difference. But I just love the way he had such growth over the season.
I loved also that was a nod to why she's even there, why she came out to the Midwest. It's not because she wanted to say, oh no, to social class. That was not it at all. She wanted to be a teacher. She wanted to make a difference. And I'm glad that we kind of got away from some of those stories. And I know some of it has to do with COVID, but I'm glad that they brought back Elizabeth with the children. I love the scene where she and Anna, well, there was a couple of them, but she and Anna working things out together, and she was supporting her, and it was almost like she saw Anna herself and Anna, like Anna's kind of going out on her own away from her family. And I love that. So I hope they explore that character more in season 10. Yeah.
Well, I just hope they bring back more kids in season 10. The smaller kids, those kids that were in the classroom this year or season 9, were older kids, like middle school on up.
Yeah, they need to have younger
school age. So,
you were talking about Coop making that growth that he did, but the same can also be said of Minnie, because it was much more subtle. But you remember she had the conversation with Carson that she was kind of bitter.
Yes.
The white doctor wouldn't treat Angela's, and that's why Angela went blind. And she was very apprehensive of exposing Angela to other people, because she didn't know how she'd be treated. So she was homeschooling her and, taking care of her at home. And she finally let go and trusted Elizabeth and sent her to school. And, I think that was an amazing storyline too, although it was not necessarily as dramatic. But there was some real character growth with Minnie as well.
Yeah. And just I always love how they throw in just really kind of cute little humorous scenes, and just how funny was the conversation. It was so cute and funny all at the same time, of Robert and Lucas talking about courting.
They have to include one of those
Okay.
scenes.
You got to include that. That was fantastic.
I'm waiting for Ned to, invent. I don't know what he's going to invent at the TV or something. He's done so far.
Cell phone.
The walking, the ringer, the Band-Aid, the pop-up toaster. Oh my gosh.
I love
I've
that.
seen toasters like that.
Yes.
I
yes.
really have.
It's cool. Wait a minute,
Yeah.
Chris. What are you saying? You've seen those toasters?
I have seen those.
No, I'm laughing like it wasn't like in your childhood, right?
My dad might have had one sitting around.
Kidding. I'm teasing. People are always restoring really cool like appliances. I even think Peter DeLuise, he does that. Remember he was restoring, I think it was something with the ice cream like that.
Ice cream's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that
he would-
too. The ice.
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
tease it. He would tease it. Someone in the chat, because I'm being so careful, because if I throw myself out, I have no idea how I would get back in. I wouldn't. So I'm looking at the chat, and someone was saying something about they would love, because I guess some of their favorite scenes didn't continue, like the pillow fight.
I
Did you love that?
know.
Oh, I know. I agree. That was cut short.
Yes, that I should get, the people who do all the editing and the cutting and see why they cut what they did. That's a good idea. I could have them pop on. We could definitely do
That'd be
that.
good.
And bring the deleted scenes with them.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do we want to talk about any more? There's a lot that we love. Do you want to take a little break and do our Never Have I Ever, or you want to continue with what we love?
Let's do Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
Good.
So this is silly, and I want everybody out there to play too. You just have to, I'm going to ask a question, and then if you've never done it, you have to be honest. You put, look at yours. You put up never, and you put never in the chat. And if you have, you just say I have, and we all have that. All right, you ready? And then pardon me.
I just wrote it down real little.
All right, so I don't even know if we can see things. So that when let's see, I appreciate Cooper. Oh, they're writing about Cooper's parents didn't put everything that was happening to people of color back. That I love the Canfields. Minnie is my favorite. Her spirit helps from missing Abigail. True, Gigi. Deb says Aaron also said that we should see the extra scenes when Elizabeth hugged Nathan when he said that she could do worse than Lucas. Okay. Yes, we will. We'll talk about that. So you play two with us, okay? So in there, and whoever's playing, you're going to have the opportunity for me to ship this out next year. No, at the rate I'm going, and ship this out to you. And it's a full game. It's the bundle game of for When Calls the Heart. I've played it. We've played it together. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Never have I ever. This I'm going to start off easy. Binge watched When Calls the Heart.
Never have I ever what?
Binge watched When Calls the Heart.
Oh.
I have.
Once.
I just did season 9 yesterday and today.
I have.
No,
I have.
yesterday
Okay.
and Friday.
Let's see. Comments. We should have a lot of you. I've got all these I have. Anne Marie's I have. Cindy is an I have. Jean is an I have. Carrie is I have. There's
We
a
have
whole
another.
LJ said
Everybody.
never.
Oh, wait, you
Now,
said never. What?
LJ.
Me too.
LJ said never. Now, LJ, I don't ever remember you joining us. I mean, if you're new here, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Lots of I haves. I have on a loop. Okay, Deb. All right. Okay. Ready? Never have I ever had a dream about one of the characters. I have. Oh, Kathy Snapper. I have. More than
That's our response, Chris. I can't see it. I have. Yes.
Wait a minute. I forgot about Pastor Frank.
So there's a lot of I haves. Never have I ever met one of the actors. I have.
Bummer.
Am I the only one?
Yeah.
It appears you are.
I'm the only one. And I met the queen,
You did.
Erin Krakow, and I cried like a fool. And if you've never seen it, just watch the video. It's the first one I had uploaded on my channel of me crying like a fool. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I think I probably would too, so I can't laugh.
I was like so excited. And then she says, "We have a crier," and announced it.
Oh, wow.
So stupid. I know. Okay. Never
That's sweet.
have I ever messaged one of the actors.
Oh,
Does the cease and desist count?
Yes, Kathy, it does. I have. Oh, who else has?
Chrissy.
All right.
Chrissy and Chris.
Never
I
I
have.
have. Oh, Emery, you have. Beverly, you have. Who wants to share who they messaged? Please, I've messaged. I usually message their agents. I'm trying to think. I'll just tell you personally. Did I message any of them? I messaged. Well, does it count? Well, I some of them now I have their emails and we message back and forth. But let's just say I've messaged Pascal. I just messaged her outside of her agent. Who? Anybody? Who said they have? Chrissy?
I did. I messaged Chris,
Okay.
and it was on IG. And being from Northeast Ohio at the time with Baker Mayfield with the Cleveland Browns, I told him he looked like him.
Oh,
And,
that's right.
he never replied or anything, but I told him he looked like him because Baker has the beard and real cute and everything. So
well, I messaged Chris and let him know that I started the fan group for him. So that's about it.
That's it. How about here?
That's
Let's see. Anybody divulging anything? Oh, sadly, never about meeting. Oh, who's Arlene? You have messaged. Tell us who. Oh, Deb Martin messaged Joanna. I have too. Never. I have. Arlene, who did you message? Tell us. We want the dirt. It's our pajama party. We're sharing dirt and going to do each other's hair. No, I'm only kidding. We're not. All right. Okay. So, want to talk about our wishes for season 2? Oh, go ahead, Kathy.
One more. Never have I ever. I thought you would do this one.
All right, go ahead. You do it.
Never have I ever taken a ride in a hot air balloon.
Oh, never.
Never.
Has
I'd
it?
like to.
Never.
Mother did about 2 or 3 times.
I never have. No, that was a good one, hot air balloon. Okay, anybody else have another one?
Annie said she
I
couldn't
have one.
get courage.
Go ahead, Tia.
Never have I ever blushed like a schoolgirl and had a lifelong crush on a certain producer and jumped 21 star.
Okay, every time someone says that, I have to start singing the theme song. So be careful.
I'm saying never. How's that one? How's that?
Liar.
Tell the truth. Okay.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I have. We're all so funny.
That was fantastic, Tia. Good job.
I know who it is too.
Yeah, I think we all do.
You're all funny. You're funny people.
Oh yeah, we're hilarious.
Love ya.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about season 10. People put your wishes in. Put your wishes in for us in the chats. All right. What do we want? First of all, don't we all want a season 10?
Yes.
Yes.
We're getting a season 10. Even the actors said it. How about that cute little interview? It threw me. It felt like I thought it was actually from something else. And then they were just putting it on their channel. But I researched and it really was an interview. He gave that quick little interview to Celebrity News. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Some guy, I don't know who it was.
Yeah, one of their correspondents. And Chris said, "I want more." When he said one more, what he meant was they say their contracts. People say they have 5-year contracts, and I think that came out because they, season 5 is when why Daniel left, but that doesn't mean they have 5-year contracts. I never heard them say that. I don't know, but one more season 10. They want more. He even said he wants more. There's more stories to tell, which is exciting to me.
Didn't
So,
an interview saying it's coming back in one form or another?
It is.
Yes.
Whether they renew it or not, it's coming back.
It is. And then, people put things out there, and I did a little video about this. They put all their ideas about where it should go. It has to go to a network or an outlet that has a budget that can support it. I mean, yeah. They need the ad. What I mean by that is they need the ad revenue. They're going to need, or in the case of Netflix
has a lot of making up to do.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. Netflix, you have, pay for it, that kind of thing. But, so people are like, well, When Hope Calls went to GAC, and it did. And I really think they did it to kick it off because that's what they were, but
I just got a notification said John Tinker posted a photo. Now that you said that.
Of what?
I don't know.
Phone.
It just said John Tinker posted a photo.
What is it of? Somebody look.
I don't know.
I'm afraid to look at my phone. I might get knocked off.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What are we talking about here?
I don't know. I just got a notification.
I'm just looking at what people are saying.
Somebody might be on Twitter.
Oh, they're funny. I think Hallmark would be foolish. I want it all. Okay, here are all you. All right. I'm just looking at their questions. Okay, so what's something that you're looking forward to, Chrissy, for season 10?
Well, obviously, a wedding. I mean, who isn't looking forward to a wedding for Lucas and Elizabeth?
Yeah.
And not the last 10 minutes of the season.
Yes, exactly. I want to see.
Episode 100 sounds perfect to me.
Yeah. One would be perfect. Or even a Christmas wedding.
That'd be
with
good too.
episode. That would be fine. I would handle that. I mean, I don't care how it's done. Just I want it done. And I want to see Rosemary and Lee with, the pregnancy, the whole pregnancy spiel, with her and him with their little funny, quirky attitude with the baby coming. Oh, I can just see Lee. It's going to be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that if they do have a season 10, which I know they will, it's going to be awesome. Probably one of the better episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So,
it'll happen.
Yes, it's got to. It's got to.
Tia,
For sure.
Go ahead, Tia.
I was just going to say, I hope that if they do a wedding, say as a Christmas, or if they do it as the finale, that they would please give us at least 90 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's just too much to cram everything into 45 minutes with you take out all the commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
so
agree.
I would look forward to something that happens. But one of the big things I would like to see, since I didn't get to see Lucas walk into Elizabeth's house, I would like to see and hear the first time Jack calls Lucas daddy.
Yeah.
For Papa.
I want to hear Jack say that he loves, tell Lucas that he loves him. For some reason, I just want to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my number one, actually. Jack saying, I love you to Lucas. But and maybe, I really want Nathan to find his forever love. Absolutely. I want to see that happen next season, and for me, it could be either May or actually I like Faith a little bit more. They have a little bit of a spark that just kind of just really happened towards the end of the season, or somebody new that we don't even expect. And that kind of brings me to, I've wanted since season 6. I have wanted Jeanette to show up in Hope Valley so badly. And I thought we might get it in season 9 because Lucas talked to her in the beginning of the season, but it didn't happen. And I kind of think in my head, like,
oh my gosh,
I don't know.
Jeanette Oak.
Yeah. Oh, and no. And I would love, just like in my head, I've got either Jeanette's like older, and she'd be perfect for maybe a love interest for Henry.
Henry.
Or maybe Jeanette's about their same age, and you never know. That could be something interesting with Nathan. You never know.
Wouldn't that, I think that's something that I heard before, and I love that idea. I think, and she should be a little bit, I want her to be adventurous and will get on his last nerves, like doing dangerous stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he would be mad. Like, what do you mean? Like you shouldn't be doing it. I would love
Right.
it. Yeah.
I would love it. Totally love it. But everybody, obviously we all went to the wedding. Like I have to see Martin Bouchard. I have to see his father and Helen come back. I think I'd be crushed if there was a wedding and they didn't show the parents. I don't know.
Yeah,
It just crushed me.
they need to come back. They need to come on.
And on that note, I really want Julie Thatcher back. Even if it's just one episode, I love Julie. She's like one of my favorite characters. I want back, like forever. Like I just want her to show
Into that show.
I just love her.
I know. I love her too.
Yeah.
I want one of Mike Hickham's sisters to get hooked up with Gustav.
Yes.
Because
That would be cute.
I think it would be so funny for him. For Gustav kind of has a little bit of an arrogance, and I would like to see him have to ask Lucas and all the guys in town, like, how do I handle this woman? You know, because
That would be so awesome.
I think Mike Hickham's sister probably kept him in line. That's why he's kind of sometimes can be a little bit
Awesome.
like me.
Well, you
But
know
I
the
think
way they throw all these
funny.
hints out all the time. Maybe when he introduced all of them in the picture, that could have been a hint that one of them or two of them might be coming to visit
Yeah.
and not go
That
home.
would be-
Yeah, right.
That was another thing. If I could just sneak this in, I've been carrying it in my head, and
Sure.
that's what I remember when you said this, Roxanne, is you thought that there was a possibility that there might be something done with Angela's eyesight. And I was watching Hope
No, I
Valley
never
Days.
said that. That's not me. That's not me. Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Kathy.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Stand
Okay.
corrected.
That's okay.
But I think you may be onto something, because I was watching Hope Valley Days, the second episode of it, and Ned looks right in Angela's direction and says, "Miracles still happen today." And he said, "Some are helped along, and some happen themselves." Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but I think, like you said, that things don't happen doesn't come out of anywhere. So there
Right.
might be something that maybe she gets either help with it, or at least they try.
Okay,
And
why
you're
did
not
she and Minnie go to St. Louis? And to begin with, nobody even said why they went there. And I'm wondering, maybe, I thought the same thing. Maybe they could go and see a doctor of some sort. And, maybe they heard, maybe she could get her eyesight back or whatever, or else Carson, he could maybe help out. So, yeah, I think you're right. You're on the what trail there, Tia, but I think it's a good thought. And Kathy, thank you. You're the one that brought it up to begin with, right?
I'm reading the comments. This is great. Christine Palermo said, "Thank you for Christine for writing this. Would like to see Julie marry Nathan, so Lucas and Nathan would be brother-in-laws." I would love to see Julie and Nathan together.
That's what I want for season 10. Two things. Well, three things. One, everything you guys have said already, I heartily endorse. Oh, heartily. See what I did there? Anyway.
Oh, no, I didn't see.
But in addition to that, I want Nathan to also find his true love. But I'm not sure that candidate is on the canvas yet, because season 6, episode 2, I remember distinctly. Lucas walked out carrying, the cartons as he was moving into the Queen of Hearts. Elizabeth was coming down the street. It was like, one. And I'm convinced that from that moment, he knew, she knew, the producers knew this was going to be the OTP, the one-time pair.
Yes.
I haven't seen that with Lucas yet, with either with Nathan yet, with either May or Faith. I just haven't seen that. There's no way around this. These two are meant for each other. That's what I'm waiting to see. And the other one-time pair I'm waiting to see, and I've told this to Roxanne endlessly, I'm convinced Nathan and Lucas are going to be BFFs. And
Oh yeah.
making, strides toward that. They have their little conversations. They've started joking with each other. They've started teasing each other. And
competing against each other.
Nathan is not going to be his best man. Whatever the reason, he's going to be standing up for him during that wedding, or he's going to throw the bachelor party. He's going to play a prominent role in making sure that these two get married. That's my prediction.
Somebody mentioned it to have little Jack as the best man.
I think he'll be part of it, part of the wedding.
Buddy.
Oh yeah,
the best buddy.
Maybe he'll give her away or something, or march her down the aisle.
Or maybe Nathan would do that.
Yeah.
No, Bill would give her away.
Yeah,
No, her father would give her
Father
away.
needs to give her away.
As long as Bill isn't coughing up his lungs as he's headed.
Father or little Jack. Yeah.
Coughing up his lungs. He's gonna be fine. I am wishing in next season that we do see. I do know that Elizabeth, whoever Elizabeth is with, will always have the more prominent storyline because it's Elizabeth and it weaves through all of her story. I know people get bent out of shape and say it's an ensemble cast. It's not. They're fabulous, but it's really her story. I get
Her story. Always will be.
But like we saw what went on with Ned and Flo, and we didn't see every tiny little detail like we're seeing between Jack and Elizabeth, or we saw between Elizabeth and Lucas, and I get that. But we saw enough. It was good. And like same with Jesse and Clara, and they had to work out things. Rosemary and Lee, they're the second prominent couple. I get that. But I really think that Nathan, because he is the Mountie, and the Mountie is important, he needs a good storyline that's not just about him, all storyline trying to fall in love. I think it needs to be about him doing his job. I want to see that. I want to see him doing Mountie things, saving people or going out to the woods and doing like what Jack would not Jack, that's his real name, Bill would have to do now. I want to see Nathan do his Mountie stuff, and of course, still find love in the heart of it all. But that is my wish for him, because why does the storyline just have to be about falling in love?
Well, now that Elizabeth and Lucas are together, you're absolutely right. It doesn't have to always be about falling in love. But I think you could see your wish come true, Roxanne, if they're going to follow through with this storyline of having. I don't know, now that the mine is blown up, are people still going to be new people still going to be moving to town? I mean, they keep advancing things. That's the one thing I really like. It's following history, and you're seeing washing machines and waffle irons, posters, and they're talking about traffic lights. So who knows what we're going to see traffic look like when it comes back? And if there are new people flocking to town, you might see there might be reason for Nathan to put his Mountie skills. And I hope they bring back that fellow. What's his name? The one that interacted so well, I thought, with Fiona.
Yes, he must. And I want them to be a couple.
Arthur Gilchrist, yes. I'd love to see him back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I liked him.
Especially with the newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be an opening. I think Rosemary and Lee are going to be focused on the baby, and Lee still has his business, so I'm not sure if they're going to continue. And Rosemary was dropping hints that maybe they need somebody else assistance at the paper. So if he screws something up with Randolph Hearst, and he wasn't able to convince Lee to come work with him, maybe Randolph gets mad and fires him, and he shows back up in Old Valley.
True. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at
Lee made sure that he knew Rosemary would not go for him just being used for the newspaper, for Arthur Gilchrist. So he just knew that he couldn't talk for Rosemary, so he didn't pursue that any further. And I think Rosemary appreciated that.
Mhm.
But she didn't really say it. Her expression was kind of sarcastic.
Right.
But I don't know.
I was surprised that they didn't put more focus on that, but that's around the time she was finding out she was pregnant. So I think it kind of shifted into secondary importance.
Mm-hmm. And she doesn't like that.
What happened? I was reading comments. What happened about
Oh,
secretary?
I was saying that, you know, when she found out that the big newspaper Hearst was only interested in Lee, I would have expected more of a dramatic reaction from her. But I think the pregnancy was coming around about that time, and so he had bigger fish to fry. It wasn't that huge a deal. And I think he and Lee are so solid, and they understand each other so well that she was able to accept. They made this offer, he turned it down, you know, and so life goes on. There was nothing to be labeled.
Yeah. Any other wishes?
Well, I see that Lillian was mentioned that Ned's going to invent the traffic light. I like that. I love that.
Well, that was invented in Cleveland. I forget the guy's name, but
If anyone is typing, can you mute yourself, please?
What is it?
I was just saying, if anyone is typing, can you
Well, we're
please
trying to
mute?
say that somebody is doing something and they don't realize it. It is absolutely not me.
It's not me.
I'm
There's
just
no
sitting here
copy.
frozen.
We all have our hands up and stop. Oh, nope. No
Would it
idea.
be possible somebody in the chat room? We're getting noise from that.
Could be. Yeah.
Is it somebody that's in the backstage that maybe might be?
Yeah, they can't help it. It's the way the hookup is, and I saw it. Sorry. We're so sorry. Okay, let's see. What's this? It's a loose connection somewhere. Okay. It's someone's loose connection. Well, it's not me. It's not my loose connection. I'm not even connected.
My kids would tell me I've got a loose connection, but it wouldn't be with a computer.
I don't know. I'm on my phone. So.
I'm not plugged in.
Yeah, I'm not plugged into anything.
My phone's off.
Roxanne, what do you think? Do you think that Hallmark will announce soon, or
It stopped. I'm sorry. Hold that.
That's okay.
It stopped.
I'm sorry. Do I think they'll announce soon? I have no idea whatsoever. But you have to understand. I was just talking to my friend today, Chip. We were talking about this. There's so much stuff. I keep saying this, but so much stuff going on behind the scenes, and not. I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound rude. That's not on their priority list right now. Is to make that announcement. I know us as fans, it is, but and they hear everything and they see all that, but they're behind the scenes just trying to figure their lives out. I mean, they have a new vice president just announced May 5th, I think. Like she's like right up there, the second in command. There's a lot that they're trying to shuffle, and eventually they'll, make the announcement. And if they're not going to be at Hallmark, well, it's still going to be. So I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to get freaked out over it. And I was like, not surprised, but a little like disappointed, and not that I'm like holier than thou, but the way people would put posts like demanding that they know. I'm like, really? You're going to demand that you know? Okay. Like that's silly to me. So whatever they announce, they announce.
Wait a minute. Somebody in the comments said that the typing, what we hear that sounds like typing, it's Peter taking notes.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was going to say we'll get back to season 10 wish here and maybe hopefully everybody cross their fingers, get a Christmas movie, and maybe they would get married in the Christmas movie, go and then take off, go to Paris, because that's where Elizabeth wanted to go, and take little Jack with them because they're a family, and Lucas wouldn't want to leave him at home. But then the new season next February or March, whenever it is, would start with them coming home. And then they're married, and, the whole thing can start with what their life is like at home then.
They usually they ended in fall and late fall, which makes sense. And then they usually start in early spring unless we get a Christmas special. That's the time hop. They're kind of keeping with it, which is fine. They could do that. We're speculating now.
Yeah, they probably won't do a Christmas special though.
Someone was saying that something about wait a minute, I wanted to address it. They're in here I forgot what they said now. It was something like, wait a minute, I'm looking for it. It just won't. Oh, about the filming in July. Yes, they usually do start filming in July, but that doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? They're set and ready. Everything is there. They have everything in place. So they're just waiting for whatever. Who knows? Maybe they all know and we don't. They'll just start filming. They haven't announced anything. But they'll work it out. The reason why they have a tight schedule when they film and they start in July and they kind of run into issues is the setting itself can get dangerous. Remember the storms that come, the tall pines around that area.
They had bad weather last year.
Well, the year before that they did too on the Kissing Bridge. When they did the Kissing Bridge scene.
Yeah, they said it was real windy.
They didn't even know if they were going to make it.
Yeah, they said a big storm was coming or something, a big windstorm.
Yeah. So, I mean, a schedule's a schedule. So what? Maybe everything will be delayed a little bit, I mean, they'll work it out. That's for them to do. And eventually we're going to find out one way or another. I
think they already know.
Yeah. I can't the writers have started writing season 10. Yes, they have. You were right. That's true. That's what they even said. Mm-hmm. I think that you were right. They already know. A lot of people have commented about going to Paris or taking the book wagon out, but they can only think of season with that. Okay, that's true. Like shooting in Paris, you think? Like actually going to there? I don't know. And the book wagon, that's cool. I would hope that would be in season 10 as well. I'm just looking at the comments. And I know people have posted this and people have said to call. That number is not really for people to call. And that's more for like a customer service kind of thing. So I would hate to flood that's making somebody's job hard for them to flood their phone with messages that really are not relatable to what they have to do. So I'm not a fan of picking up the phone and calling them and sending them, a message of like, please, renew the show. That's just my opinion, but I know I've been on the end where people don't have the right number. They think they do. They start flooding and it just makes the life really hard for the people to do their job. So just be careful about that. All right. Do we have any other wishes?
I need more cousin time. Favorites of us too cute watching Gustav and Lucas together.
Yeah.
Whether they're being friendly or not. Or, just Gustav being all worried about it was really cute and sweet.
Yes,
the banter back and forth with them was cute.
It was fun. Yeah.
Maybe he would be his best man.
Could be.
Oh,
Martin
yeah, that would be great.
Henry.
Yeah, that would be really awesome.
Yeah. And Henry, not Martin. And then, of course, I can't wait to meet. I definitely want us to meet Jeanette. But do you know what? Can I just know where Lucas lives? I know they gave us.
I know.
Office.
I want to see that too, where he lives.
I want to see where he lays his head down. Okay, not on the couch that was too small.
That very small couch. Oh my gosh.
I'm almost wondering if they would live in Elizabeth's house when she's in school and has to be in town, and he has to be in town. but then off season they would build something on the outskirts of what he likes and talks about. Like when it's only a few hours away riding on horseback, so it can't be that far, where he likes to go where the tall pines are, that kind of thing.
Where the two pines form a V.
Yes, thank you. You got it.
How many times have you watched that, Chris?
What was that?
How many times have you watched that?
I don't know. Too many. Probably.
Enough.
Every morning.
What are people forgetting about something? I don't think that we actually go to Paris for budget reasons. I get that. Paris in 1920, World War I. Well, the World War has just started to end. That's why I emailed Crown Media. So we all know our wish is to have a season 10. We're having one. We're not even going to say we're not. We are.
Well, it's also been mentioned, though, that they don't really include world events in their timeline.
Yeah.
So it may not be a war over there. It's been erased in their history books.
They do a little nod to it. I remember Peter saying there was that poster.
Red Cross.
Yeah, right. So they do nod to certain things, but not always. That's okay.
A little bit of a nod to the flu pandemic too.
Yeah.
With that, are talking about what we'd like to see. I would like to see Lucas still try to discover what his career is going to be, like where he's going to find his passion for work.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen with the saloon.
Yeah.
Hopefully they rebuild it.
Well,
I don't think it got all the way burnt down.
No,
it didn't really look like it was that much.
No,
You never really saw flames. All you saw was smoke.
Smoke damage.
Yeah. I'd like to have him find that dart.
We're going to choose a winner for this, whoever played with us. So this is the outside of the bag, and I think I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. And then the board is real soft. And then these are the pieces. You can look up the bundle game and have one of these made for anything. Like if you wanted one for Father's Day, or someone had a milestone birthday or an anniversary and you wanted to do this, you fill out the form. I didn't do this. This one's pre-made. But you fill out a form and you give all your information. They use pictures of your family. They put all the things in and they make a board game for you. It comes with instructions. And then we have all the different kinds of cards that there are different kinds. And we've played the games before. So this is what someone is going to get. And I'm going to ship it off. Not next year. I'm joking. I'll try to do it right away. Who wants to choose? Tia, you want to choose a name? You want to scan down and find somebody?
Okay.
You could be our honorary guest. You choose a name. Just scan around and see what you see.
Close your eyes and just poke to somebody.
Yeah. And see who's going to win.
Just poke.
She poked too hard because she's sideways now. Tia, are you afraid you're going to throw yourself out?
And she's looking.
All right.
She's looking.
Because that was kind of far back.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyone who's
Oh, we did lose her.
No, I can't let her back in. I am so sorry.
Oh no.
Tia, we love you. You can join us in the chat. Like, oh my gosh, that's a shame. Okay. How did that happen? Okay, so actually on my phone I can only see so many. I can't even go all the way up.
Oh, I see some comments.
Right. Go ahead. You don't throw it out, Christy. Don't throw yourself out.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, I can fix it too.
I'm on two phones.
Oh, good.
So I have a plan. I'm not.
She has a plan. Choose one. Choose someone. Oh gosh.
So,
yes.
Yeah, because I'm not getting booted out.
All right.
I've got
Who won? Then the winner is
Who won?
You want me to pick somebody? I'll just randomly pick someone. You want me to do that?
Yeah.
Nikki
ahead,
Nikki Longnecker.
Yes.
All right, Nikki Longnecker. I feel like I have your address, but just in case, I know I do. Here, this is yours. We're going to be sending it. Now, I forgot to tell you that you have to host a party, Nikki, and we're all going to come over and play the game with you.
Oh.
I forgot.
Fun.
Okay, I'll pick you all up, girls. Okay, in about 2 weeks. How's that sound?
Okay.
I'll drive by, you hop in the car, and we'll
Drive by. You got a lot of driving to do, Roxanne.
I know. Wouldn't that be fun if we did that? I saw something somewhere. Somebody put that they wanted. You know how they have that dives, diners, and whatever you drive, and he goes around. And someone said they wanted to do it with like bookstores and libraries. Go to different bookstores, libraries, have chat with friends that love books, talk about a book, have a local something to nosh on, and then that would make a great show. I'm like, wait a minute. I should get my car and drive around and find Hearties. And we can say, I'm going to be here in this town on this day at this time at this place. Join us. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Yeah, we need a Hearties limo.
Hearty mobile.
No, Hearty's bus.
Hardy-
Limo's not big enough. We need a Hearty's bus.
Yeah, the Hearties
There you
bus.
go.
Right.
We
There we
keep
go.
getting bigger and
You know
bigger.
what? I get bored easily, as you can tell. I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure out a way for us to do it. Wouldn't
Yeah,
it
it's
be
gotta
great
be a party bus.
if I had such a connection that when I picked you up and you got into the vehicle, we had a guest actor in there with us? Oh my God, that would be so fun.
I can
I'm all for that.
on the bus.
Well, for
The
that.
first thing I hear is the theme song from 21 Jump Street. It's like, you know what?
I doubt that could you imagine they would never even want to get in a bus with us? It'd be like terrifying.
Yeah, we need a road.
Hide in the bathroom.
Well, as I mean, I don't know if we have more that we want to say, but as we are winding down, and I promise we will do, I have two things. We will do another thing because we, have lots of gaps of time here where we will have Jennifer come back and we will do our Fiona Facials. I was hoping to have the girls on that actually do the makeup, and we could talk about how they did Lucas's black eye, and we could talk about the
yay.
mustache and
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, have them on, and we could all connect. I can connect that. That would be a fun thing to do in the future. But I live in New Jersey, in South Jersey, and I hosted it last year, and I posted it on different social media, but I'll put that out there. If you live close by and you would like to be my guest, I can only have 11, and I'm the 12th. So if you wanted to join me for a Christmas in July Hearty tea party at a beautiful old home that looks like it's from like that time frame, and you're my guest, you can join me. Just email me or let me know on social media, and we'll see who first come, first serve kind of thing. I do have some spaces already filled. So I think right now there are still 6 openings. So if somebody would like to join, and it's either the 23rd or the 24th of July. I'm waiting back for the person who owns the tea room to let me know which day is the better day. So that's
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like so much
Oh,
fun.
that sounds
And
cute.
you're going to
Sounds like
cover
so much fun.
travel and ground costs too, Roxanne?
Pardon me?
Was it the plan that you're going to cover travel and ground costs?
No.
No.
I'm not
You are my
that
guest
far.
to the tea party. What, Chrissy?
I'm not that far from you.
You're not, and you are welcome to come on over.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
stay over. Yeah, I don't mind. You could stay over my house. We have plenty of room. Where I live, we have many bedrooms, so you can come on over.
But only if you wear the pigtails.
That'd be
I know,
fun.
I like
If we were together in the same room and we hosted all of us, one of them. We want to do that though. I think that would be really fun.
I need my long stockings, Pippi long stockings
Oh,
have those
God.
crazy.
With her big shoes. She's a mess, Pippi.
Oh, I can wear my Chris McNally socks.
Okay.
There you go.
It sounds good. All right. So Tia, I hope Tia joined us in the chat. And thank you, Tia. Tia is one of, like I said, part of the admin team, along with Jeanette and myself and Miss Joan and Carolyn. They are for the admins for the Rosemary and Lee. If you love Rosemary and Lee, join our page. Chrissy, a lot of times you're on there. She does all these wonderful edits for us, and she lets us use them, and we put them up as our, when we welcome new people. And Jeanette makes really cool puzzles, and you just, post away. That's fun. Then, of course, we have our Chris McNally team, right? Christy and Lynn and Chris, and we're missing Nancy and Susie. And who else? Did I get everyone?
That's everybody.
Yeah.
And you.
And then, pardon me?
And you.
And you.
And me.
And you, Roxanne.
Yes, me. And then, of course, Kathy and I, we host our, little chats. So thank you for joining. Do you all want to close out and say anything?
Oh, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Have a
I was
good
really
safe
looking forward to it.
summer.
Yes. Good save
Yeah.
Sunday.
This was like the methadone of podcasts. I was going through withdrawal on Sunday night, not having my show to watch. So this was a really nice way to ease into that gap before it comes back.
I know.
Yeah, I'm still
That's
talking
perfect.
to you, Chrissy.
Huh?
I'm still talking to you.
Oh,
on
you are?
Sunday night. No, I mean, right
gotta
now
keep
we're
that.
talking, so
You got to keep that tradition going.
yeah.
There's plenty to talk about.
Deb Johnston, what town are you in?
Yeah, because they're not far from you, Kathy. You could do this too. You could
Yeah.
get in and have a little group meet. I really
Yeah, I live in Akron.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling together I'm in Midwest in St. Louis, and I'm pulling together as many St. Louis metro area Hearties who'd like to join us. We're getting together on the I need to look it up. June something. It's Saturday morning. I think it's maybe the 18th. I can't remember if I got the date right.
There's
that's
actually
Yeah, the 15th is a Sunday.
there's actually quite a few
Post it.
Ohio people
Yeah.
in our group.
Deb is
I'm
in
down in
Kansas
Cincinnati
City.
if anybody ever wants
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
Ohio people in our group. that we
Roxanne, I love your
probably-
Christmas in July.
I'm in
idea.
Woodridge, Illinois, Deb.
What is it, Kathy? You're what?
I was telling her I'm in Woodridge. She's in Kankakee. I know where that is. So we're not right next to each other.
Yeah.
We're certainly drivable.
See,
Where are you at, Kathy?
Southwest of Chicago, maybe 40 minutes or so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
oh, it would be so much fun. I really
My
think-
husband and I just drove from Columbus today, and to get me here, he was driving like 80 on the highway. He was like, "Rah." I said, well, if you don't get me home, I said, you're going to have to listen to this whole podcast. He's like, no, that's not happening. So he
I'll
got
get you there.
he got me home.
Yeah, we're
All right.
working together on the 18th, and then I think she just posted it earlier today on the Lucas and Elizabeth fan group site on Facebook. We're gonna have I want to say it's the 13th or 14th. I'm not sure. There's an event out there, and we're just gonna get together and talk about season 9. So if anybody's interested
Cindy,
in that,
Cindy.
sign up. That Cindy said it. Yeah, she
Yes.
tweeted it.
Yes, I saw it. She posted it. That's a good one. Yes, that's good.
Where is that going to be?
I sent you an invite. No, it's going to be on the Lucas and Elizabeth fan group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
like a Zoom kind of chat or something.
Yeah. It's some chat.
Oh, okay.
That'll be fun. Also, everybody's chatting, asking each other where they're from. I hope you all, if any of you get together, let me know. Take pictures, put it on social media. That would be so cool. We'd love to see you get together. That would be neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get together. Kathy's gonna fly over and come stay with me, right, Kathy?
Yeah. You saved one of those 6 spots.
Oh, you can come. Oh, listen to me, Kathy. I told you could come stay at my house anytime you want. Anybody can if you want. Let me know.
I was feeling special there for a minute.
But you got the invitation before anybody.
I'm excited because I'm seeing. I just saw several folks in the chat who were in the Illinois, in this Chicagoland area. I'll call it.
Oh, Jean says,
Pull it together.
Christina, I have a friend who comes to Akron all the time. She used to live in Barberton. Oh,
That's not too far from you.
no, not at all. So Chris and I, we're only what? How far are we? You live in Cincinnati.
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
But
So
before I moved a year ago, I was like 10 minutes.
I know.
Sorry.
Hard to move. But there is a lot of people from Ohio. We should get like Ohio group together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
we have
Somewhere.
quite a few people in Jersey too that get together. And
Yeah.
I just think we talk about this all the time. Why couldn't we host our own little thing? Like make a central
Sure.
location, see who's willing to come. You hear us out there, fly in, find like we could do it at a convention center-y kind of thing. And I'm sure we can arrange stuff virtually even, you know what I mean? For if any of the actors, people
be
want to
nice.
pop in. Yeah, I think it would be fun just for us to get together. So two of my fans, I'm only joking. I'm just saying that as a joke, but two of my viewers that are now my very good friends, I love dearly, Janice and Kathy, and I think they're somewhere here. Hello out there. We get together all the time. And recently we find like a centrally located place. And recently I said to them, I want you to come to my town. And this is true. If you have a chance to come this way. So I'm very proud of where I live. I live in Hamilton, and it is the blueberry capital of the world. It is the most Italian town in the United States, literally according to the census. It's a small little town, and it is like a Hallmark town. Like we actually have Hallmark stories happen where we had to save the school that was closing down, the little parochial school, and they turned it into an academy. And the town got together and donated money and all this stuff, and the mayor got involved. And so it's like real things. We have a red, white, and blueberry festival every year, and we have like a Christmas parade and it's a little town. It's not very big. It's like under 15,000 live here. So
Oh, that sounds fun.
Wow. So if I come for the Blueberry Festival, I'm going to meet the love of my life. Is that what I'm hearing?
Okay. Yes. There's a rock dedicated in the center of our town on one of the side streets. And it was a big wall. You may have heard me talk about this. And it was dedicated because Ronald Reagan, when he came through, he spoke in the center of our town when he was campaigning and back in the 80s. And then somebody accidentally, after all these years, somebody from out of town bought a building, painted over it. So we dedicated this big rock. Years later, when we dedicated the big rock, I was Miss Hamilton. And I dedicated it. So you could come to my town and I could give you a little tour. There's shops and if it's at Christmas time, they're playing Christmas music as you're shopping and walking around. It's amazing. So if you do stop by, someone let me know. I will come out and meet you.
It does sound like a Hallmark movie.
It really is a Hallmark movie. I'm not joking. It really is. One time somebody, and then I know I'm just stealing everything at the end, but this is funny. My friend had someone, like a gathering of us together. And the one woman, she was like a medium, like a median. Geez, like you're driving down the road and it's a median. No, a medium. And I didn't know it. And I was sitting next to her and we were talking and she's like, I feel like I've known you. And she touched my hand and my arm and she goes, I have to tell you something. Don't think I'm weird. I'm weird. So I'm like, I work with kids. Everybody's weird. I'm like, no, it's fine. And they are. Everybody's weird.
Me too.
And she said to me, you live in a small town. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know you don't, I'm here. She wasn't even from here. I didn't know that. And she goes, you're going to, are you not married? And I said, no, I am not married. And she goes, you're going to meet the love of your life, but the love of your life is someone you knew from your childhood. And I'm thinking, oh, no. It's funny. She said, you live in a small town. Wait, I'm not done. It's going to be revolved around. I said, what? A festival as a joke, like it's Hallmark? She goes, yes. And I'm thinking, you just were done watching Hallmark before you got here. I know it, right? And she laughed. But anyway, I'm joking. That's what I'm like. So, Kathy, when you come and we go to the festival, I hope we don't fall in love with the same person. You know what I mean? Now we'll have a love
that
triangle
would be
going.
bad.
Then we're moving from Hallmark to Lifetime. So yeah, we'll get
We got a love triangle.
More like an HBO.
yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. This has been fun. I don't know what do they say? When calls the heart wedding with 2 hours. Yes, we want that. I agree. This is now everybody's talking about their trips that they want to take with each other. Oh goodness, I love it. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Anybody
We
want to
had
say anything
fun.
else before we go? Bye.
You have a
Bye.
Summer.
Take care.
Usually what happens is I stop everything. I don't know how I'm going to stop the live. It'll probably keep on going and we all won't be here. I don't know how I'm going to have to figure
You
out.
just leave the studio.
Let's all leave the studio.
I know, but I hope I have to click the button that says end the broadcast.
Oh,
I'm not in
No,
there
but
to
if
do
we all
that.
leave the studio, it's just going to be dead air, right?
Yeah, so I got to quickly figure out how to figure all that out. But usually we get to chat privately back behind, back in the studio.
backstage,
everything.
yeah.
Everyone can hear what we're saying, so there's no chatting.
Well, down at the bottom, it said there's an X and it says leave studio. So we'll be able to leave.
We'll
but like
leave,
you said,
but
it'll be dead air.
I know, and I have to go figure out how to go in there and shut that off. I'll manage, even if I have to, hop in the car and go plug in next door or something. I'll see if I can do that.
Can I log in as you to shut it down and you can change your password?
I don't know. You need the app. You need the app and everything. But thank you, Kathy. Yeah. All right. It's been real.
It's been fun.
Hey,
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.